Hello, and welcome to the Gay and Trying podcast. We're your companions, guiding you through this glorious absurdity that is life. I'm Dylan.
I'm Alex, and we are
Gay and Trying.
Gay
and Trying.
Gay and Trying with Alex and Dylan. Gay and Trying.
All right, try and have a moment here.
Gay and Trying with Alex and Dylan. Gay and Trying with Alex and Dylan.
Dylan, are you crying, trying, or thriving today?
I feel like I'm like a solid mix of all of them today. I'm not going to lie. Is that a cop-out? Maybe. Let's see. I feel like I'm crying today because I was taking a shower and the shower curtain rod hit me in the head in the shower this morning. I took it as a compliment.
Interesting.
It hurt.
How'd that happen, though?
Great question.
Were you dancing?
Nope.
Getting too excited with the soap?
No one's going to find out what was happening in the shower this morning.
So wait, but it hit you in the head.
Hit me right here.
Did anyone come to your rescue, Lauren?
No, the big loud clattering and nobody came to help me. I kindly finished my shower.
What do you mean kindly?
With my back I was very modest. My back facing the opening.
Yeah.
Where the curtain was. I went like this and I finished washing my bits and bobs. And then I decided that I needed to get out of the shower and I went.
Wait. You didn't stop your shower to fix the curtain?
No, I don't know how to do that. I made my friend do it.
This is how you fix it, by the way.
I'm trying today because D23 tickets are on sale and I'm currently in the queue. It is 10:30 in the morning on the day we're recording this.
What number in line?
In the queue. I'm 7,209th in the queue.
And I'm 53,297th.
And I'm also 42,283rd in line. And Lauren, what number are you?
26,076. Okay, so I'm not in last place.
I'm the only one going.
Right.
We don't know if we're in last place. I'm the only one going.
But we care about you getting these.
We care, and I did, when you guys were out of the room, just like enter the queue for me on all of your
he touched other people's property for his
Let's
benefit.
relax. Let's relax.
Were Lauren and I surprised? No. Because you just go... That's Dylan.
Look, it is a thing. And then why am I thriving today?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well, you are here. We're queer and doing this thing.
Yay.
All right.
And we're so excited about it.
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, girl.
Alex, are you crying, trying, or thriving today?
I am crying today.
Why?
2 nights in a row.
That's a first.
First of all, I want to be very clear about something. Don't come to me and tell me about your dreams. Dreams that happen to you while you're sleeping. Sorry. Tell me about all of your aspirations. That's one thing. Never come to me and tell me about your dreams. It is one of my biggest pet peeves.
Why?
Because you're taking my time to tell me something that happened while you were sleeping.
It's deep subconscious.
But I'm sorry. I don't need to hear a 5-minute story about how you were a mermaid in your sleep last night and you rescued a prince from a boat. Like, that's the plot of The Little Mermaid.
I hear yearning. I hear fantasy, inner child, and I hear... I need to feel free because I feel constrained and I need to swim through the ocean.
I didn't mean to get myself backed into a corner because I was just prefacing this with I don't like talking about dreams, but I'm about to talk about a dream. I have not been able to sleep for 3 nights. And I know it's because you just experienced a move. I'm about to move. So just the thought of packing and everything has been consuming my mind. Last night, I have a full, very realistic dream that I am kidnapped by a warlord and kept as a prisoner for a dozen years. I can remember him hating me, and then we started to get along, and then we became really good friends.
I'm seeing a submissive era in your future, and that's what your subconscious is telling you, is that you need to stop being so dominant.
I woke up so anxious, though.
Good.
Anyway, so I'm crying, and you want to know what? It's I knew this is how it was going to be today, because, team effort, Dylan...
Yeah.
I'm crying today.
And I'm not feeling very empathetic.
No,
I'm not going to lie.
You never are.
That is... the most untrue statement that you've ever stated in the world. You know what? We're starting a debate right now. I'm posting this clip online. Can you say that again?
Dylan lacks empathy.
Chat, I need you to come for me. I need you to come.
Come for him.
Chat, I need you to come in the comments right now and defend me. I know my friends are here. I have so much fucking empathy. I am the most empathetic person in the whole world. I could call 3 of my friends right now and get them to give me what is it called?
3 of your friends?
I could call 3 of my friends.
Just 3.
At least 3. Should we take the whole pod and just make it as Dylan empathetic pod? Because I can 100% make that happen. Hi.
Hey.
We're gay.
True.
Or so we think.
Yeah.
But how would we know for sure?
How would we know?
The Kinsey scale, developed by American sexologist Alfred Kinsey. Did you know that he was a sexologist? I didn't even know sexologist was a job.
It is.
Crazy. Well, it's a simple way to describe sexuality as a spectrum instead of a strict straight or gay binary scale.
Yeah.
His core idea is that most people aren't 100% one thing. They lay somewhere in between.
Agreed.
Today, Alex and I are going to find out where we fall on the Kinsey scale. Alex, to whom are you attracted? Both men and women? Mostly people of the opposite sex? Mostly people of the same sex? Only people of the opposite sex? Or only people of the same sex?
Mostly people of the same sex.
I would say, for me, only people of the same sex. Is that bad?
No, this is not about right or wrong. Answer very honestly. Don't forget that there's an option of disgusting coming up.
Fair. Who have you had sex with?
Both men and women, but I prefer people of the same sex.
Love.
Who have you had sex with?
Only people of the same sex.
Who have you had sexual fantasies about? Both men and women, mostly people of the opposite
Yeah,
sex.
baby, only men there.
Only men? Okay.
Only men, but not opposed to having dreams.
Just let your subconscious know. You can send some boobies in there.
I maybe don't.
Mostly people of the same sex.
Really? Even when you were straight?
Yes, even when I was
Love.
straight.
That's fun. With whom do you form strong emotional bonds?
Mostly people of the opposite sex.
I really don't.
Dylan,
I really
just-
don't want this to. I don't want to be a 6, you guys. My hypothesis has always been that nobody is
You
a
can't
6
think
or
of
a
it like
0.
that. You cannot think about it like that, or you're not going to answer right.
Honestly, it's mostly women.
Yeah, I
It's
agree
mostly
with you.
women.
Mostly
but
people of the opposite sex of you.
yeah. Who do you feel the most comfortable socializing with?
Both men and women.
Women.
Only or mostly?
Depends on the man.
So mostly.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I for some reason really want to play into Alex Cam. I just feel
You do, you
it's my angle. Like I'm like mostly women. Yeah.
The idea of having sex with someone of the opposite sex is desirable, interesting, tolerable, negative, or disgusting. Oh, you're cringing. I would say that's disgusting.
No, it's not that. It's that I'm so stressed about giving the wrong answer.
What you've just said, you're stressed, would be a negative. I feel like the answer is negative.
I just like don't.
It's negative. You're having a
I
negative
no,
response.
that's not it.
You're
I'm having a negative response about the test, not about having sex,
Tolerable.
but not preferred.
You're right.
I would say negative.
Right. The idea of having sex with someone of the same sex as you is desirable.
Tolerable.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I would say desirable. There's people out there.
desirable.
Cool.
Okay, should we get our results? Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Dylan, the Kinsey scale test result for you is 6.
No!
Exclusively homosexual.
No!
Exclusively
It
homosexual.
diagnosed me with the gay gene, guys.
You're gay, man. You're just gay. Okay, what's mine?
I don't feel like I can be this not excited to be diagnosed
funny,
with gay
it's
on the
funny.
pod. So Alex is a 5. This makes Alex homosexual with incidental heterosexual tendencies. Just incidental.
Yeah. So mostly gay. You really thought you were a 5. You really thought you'd be a 5.
Well, because I would not rule out the idea of like marrying a woman one day.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say that it's like my top choice. Like I would ideally like to marry a man
Okay, so-
and not be in a sexless female relationship.
I do want to clarify that this is a sexuality scale. So we aren't talking about marriage and who you could tolerate living with.
But can we?
If you would like to find out your sexuality, we put the link down below.
No, we didn't.
Okay, so now we know where we finally fall on the Kinsey scale once and for all. I am a 5 and you are a 6.
I would say that's kind of true for how hot we are as well.
So does this mean when we are... Okay, Dylan.
It took him a second.
Whatever you need. It's also good to know where we fall because when we continue to use the Kinsey scale, we can now gauge it off of what our number is.
I don't think I want to talk about any creature's sexualities. Like, and that
I just mean anything.
koala.
Like, I really would like to find out, where do trees fall on the Kinsey scale? Wait, what's the gayest tree? Think about it for a second. Think about it. What's a Kinsey 6 tree? Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Palm tree.
They're
Exactly.
so
They're
gay.
so gay.
They be flipping and flopping in the wind
My-
and stuff.
Coconuts?
That's so true. So speaking of, we both don't feel very comfortable around straight men per the Kinsey scale test.
Correct.
I think straight men are scary and also ugly. That's not true. I think straight...
That's so not true. You are constantly objectifying straight men.
That is not true. I've actually never done that before. I don't objectify straight men ever. I don't do that. I objectify all men.
Yes. Okay. Great.
They do it to women. We can do it to them.
Let me clarify. Dylan objectifies men. My bad.
You want to try it?
No, I don't. I want to try your matcha.
I make it at home. I took a class.
Let's go. Welcome to Certified Straight Behavior. Today, we're flirting in completely normal situations, but behaving like straight men. God help us.
So here's how it works. We're going to pull a scenario to set the scene, and whoever's turn it is will secretly pull a rule for that round. These rules are deeply questionable straight men behavior, and honestly, I've never thought that straight men have normal behavior, so I'm kind of excited to explore this.
Same.
The other person has to then guess what it is. If you guess correctly, you get a point. If not, ooh, wait, that's fun. If they guess correctly, you get a point. Mm-hmm. If not, the other person gets a point.
Ooh.
If I win this game, none of you ever need to come for me ever again.
So wait, we got to get into character.
I thought you were going for down below.
That is not what straight men do.
I thought you were going.
That is what we do.
Everyone keeps yelling at me because I keep touching the mic today. I'm not touching your hand. I'm not doing that.
Shake my hand,
I'm
bro.
not doing that.
Bro.
No, because straight men don't touch.
Bro.
They don't touch.
Dude. Let the games begin. Bring in the jaws. The scenario is pregame or house party. And the secret rule is... Okay. Hey.
Hey.
What are you drinking? Well, I'm drinking beer. So, how do you know Nick? We went to college together, actually. Just getting my PhD.
Is this not letting me talk? Is this you only being able to talk about yourself? And
Yes! Good job!
God, straight men do that.
Yeah.
Straight men do that all the time. It's exhausting.
How was my acting?
Fine.
You got there quickly. I would say it's more than fine.
I would say I'm just really smart. The scenario is coffee shop line. And the rule is... First thing I want to do is the opposite of this. It's so against my natural. Hey. This coffee shop's really great. Mm-hmm. I love their matcha.
You would.
I'm going to go here and I'm going to get this thing. And
what are you getting?
Probably a matcha. And we're going to...
Why can't you look at me when you're talking to me?
Well, that's not the rule, I promise. I just am uncomfortable and bad at being straight. Okay.
Sorry, the line's actually back here.
Well, I'm going to stand here. So anyways, you're hot.
Thanks.
And we're going to, after this, go take our coffee and go to the park across the street together.
No, you have a lot of confidence.
So that's also not what I'm doing. You're thinking along the right lines.
Okay.
You're a little off. Think about specifically like things that I'm not allowed to say. I think probably with you, you know, you're like a cute long-haired girl. Yeah. I think that you probably have a nice job, so that's cool. And you probably make not enough money. I think I could probably support us both. That's pretty fun.
Are you just full of yourself?
No.
Oh, that's what mine was.
Exactly.
I have no idea.
Not asking a single question about the other person.
Oh.
But it's tough because it's like not asking a single question.
Okay, that was funny.
So that's why I was like, oh yeah, like we're going to go do these things. And like, I'm assuming this about you, like instead of asking you.
Oh, I was getting close. Okay, good job.
So ultimately, you guys, I'm really good at being straight.
Okay, the scenario is bar while ordering a drink.
Something I frequent as a drinker.
And the rule is... Okay. Excuse me.
Hi.
Can I, are you ordering a drink or are you?
Yeah, I'm ordering for myself and my girlfriend's over here.
Well, it's your lucky day because first round's on me.
Great. I'll take 5 triple vodka sodas. And then if we can get 6, even though there's 3 of us, I'm just going to go ahead and let's buy an extra 3.
Yeah, aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky that I'm here?
Is this like when men are just like really touting their like status and money at you to try and impress you, like woo you like a peacock or whatever it is?
So close. It's close. It's not quite close enough to give it to you, but like you're in the right world.
Okay. Keep going.
You heard the lady. Get her whatever she wants.
Great.
Would you like to eat anything?
Yeah, sure. I'll take 6 orders of hot wings. Again, there's only 3 of us, but I just want to make sure that we have enough food to take home for leftovers. I need lunch for tomorrow.
That's great. That's awesome. Okay, so what else can I get for you?
I need a new computer.
Whatever you want, baby. How lucky are you?
God, okay, so it's like when straight men are just like overly flaunting, like overly like compensating.
God, it's... No. I need to move us away from the bar, so
Great.
Keep going with me, okay?
Okay, so we're out of the bar.
No, we're now. We're done ordering. The ordering's happened.
Okay.
Let's move on in the evening.
Okay, cool.
I'm
So
still
at the
talking
table with
to
my
you, the girls.
6 cocktails and 6 plates of hot wings.
But only 3 of you. Yeah.
Only 3 of us are there.
So, how are you feeling about me providing all of this for you?
Fine. I haven't really thought of you since like 2 hours ago. Why are you still
you're
here?
pretty lucky though to have found me now.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're shitting on.
Just let me know. You get it, right? Like, it's a really good thing that I was here in this bar. And
So it's like when they're overly confident and they're like really trying to get you to like admit to them. It's like when they're overly confident and they're like trying to get you to like give them compliments.
okay, you're in the world. Maybe you can get a little point for this.
What is it?
I believe that I'm the prize.
They really do think that they're the prize, and in
Yeah, so
reality, a lot of times they're nothing.
I was trying to get you to be like God's gift to women. Like,
Yeah,
that was
and honestly, you did a great job. I feel like that comes from your former experience as a straight man, though. So
Yeah, okay.
you are at an advantage here. I've never lived in that world. I've never lived in that body.
So I have 1 point now. Yes.
Thank God. So the scenario is, while they're clearly busy.
What's the rule? I almost made you say it out loud.
This is so good.
Okay.
Hey, girl.
Hey,
How you doing?
fine. How are you?
Good. I love that outfit. It's such a choice for the body type that you have.
That's weirdly backhanded. Yeah? Backhanded compliment.
Yep.
Asshole. That was good.
I just love that you don't care what you look like.
Okay. We don't need to keep going.
Yeah, you're actually really smart.
All right. Here we go. The last scenario. While they're sitting with friends. The rule is... Okay.
Yeah, no. And
Hey, sorry to interrupt. How are you doing today?
Good. Thanks.
That's awesome. So I was wondering,
Constant interruptions. Never letting the other person talk. Sorry. Men do it all the time.
you did it. You nailed it.
Great. And I won the game.
You did. You won.
I won the game. Does that make me a certified better straight person than Alex?
Dylan, you are the certified straight man of the week.
Now, here's the thing. I feel like, if anything, this just makes me a really good ally to a woman.
That is really what we discovered in this game.
Hey, women.
Hey, women. What's up?
You're an unsafe space.
I do go to Trader Joe's and ask people if they're gay.
I did that last night.
Dylan!
I did it last night. I found one straight, one gay. I think the straight one was a little fruity. I'm not going to lie. He was wearing a tank top and very ripped jeans.
That was stressful. I did not like any of that. Let's move on to something more grounded. The news.
And now it's time for In Other Gay News, where we break down this week's wildest headlines. Oh, yeah. And one of them is completely fake. Sound off below to which one you think it is, and we'll reveal the answer at the end of this episode.
In other gay news, the Tennessee House passed what critics are calling a de facto transgender registry bill, which is a horrifying reminder that some people really do spend all day making Excel sheets for oppression.
And why? I'm telling you right now, this is exhausting. Can some people just take it within themselves to just not make other people's lives worse?
Please?
I hope one day I have the power to make some people's lives worse. In other gay news, students in China are resorting to smart glasses to cheat on school exams, with answers being displayed right in front of their eyes. One student, who remained anonymous, confessed to using the technology, but only for any subject that they might fail. Alex, I don't know what I would have done if this existed when I was in school.
In other gay news, Heated Rivalry, the unauthorized musical parody, is headed off Broadway after having sold out concerts. Because of course the gay hockey show becomes a musical. That is the least surprising thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't know how you take that show and make it gayer. Love.
They've done it.
In other gay news, a Spirit Airlines passenger brought his emotional support rotisserie chicken through TSA. And you guessed it, it was in a clear pet carrier backpack. TSA approved it, he boarded the flight, and then he ate it. Passengers say he didn't speak to anyone and just locked in.
No.
Honestly, I respect it. Not only did he have the confidence, he had macros to hit.
In other gay news, a Florida hospital had to sue a patient who wouldn't leave her room 5 months after discharge, which brings whole new meaning to being a resident at a hospital.
I just want to say, aliens, if you're going to do a case study on anywhere on Earth, make it the whole entire state of Florida. Just put a dome right over them and just like study it. In other gay news, Hershey's said in a public statement this week that it will return to classic recipes for all Reese's products starting in 2027. This comes after the founder's grandson called the current chocolate inedible. No joke, you guys, we are back. We are so back. I can't even tell you guys, Reese's are my favorite candy. Every year after Easter, the day after Easter, when all the Easter candy is 50% off, I go to the grocery store, I buy an entire box of Reese's eggs. They're the best ones.
Thank you to that grandson.
I'm so excited. You have no idea. Can we get a date for that Reese's? I would like to buy a pallet.
In other gay news, people are forest bathing to escape the nonstop chaos of the news cycle. It's like therapy, but with more moss and less eye contact. I would honestly do that in a second. I would like to do some forest bathing. Anyone?
It's all you, babe. In other gay news, a buff Perry the Platypus skin is reportedly coming to Fortnite this week after, wait, was there really demand for this? Real question, why is he buff and who's been animating the muscles on Perry the Platypus, and can we get that person on the pod?
That's incredible.
Love it.
In other gay news, a bag filled with weed and cash was accidentally donated to a New Zealand charity shop. Somewhere, a thrift girly just had the best vintage find of all time.
Like, was it in something?
It was a bag. So
Like,
it was
like a duffel?
Must have been. Whatever bag was donated was filled with cash and weed. Like, can you imagine if they hadn't caught that and being the one to like, well, this bag's cute. Peek inside.
Honestly, as long as they didn't peek inside in the store, take that home, find a nice little surprise, nice little night. In other gay news, elderly cats at risk of euthanasia are being sent to a retirement village to live out their final days in peace. Shropshire Cat Rescue has a village store, 6 chalets, and a mansion where the cats can socialize. Is there room for me to stay too? I'm allergic to cats, but I think I can make it work.
I'm allergic to cats too, but I want to be there.
We can get a room in the chalet.
In other gay news, Costco's new 10-pound giant chocolate bunny is so big it has instructions stating it should be smashed with a hammer. It contains a total of 22,650 calories. We need to go get this immediately.
Immediately, we're doing it.
We have to do it.
In other gay news, officials in Tampa Bay briefly mistook a rogue wedding drone for a UFO, prompting a 40-minute emergency response. Back to Florida. This is a really embarrassing choice for the alien population out there because surely Florida would not have been their first choice. Now, I argue that it should be.
Okay, sure.
It should be. And that's been another gay news.
Which one of those stories was fake? You tell us. We'll let you know at the end of the episode.
Most people see a cake and think of a celebration. But for Becca Rea-Tucker, a cake is a protest. You might know her online as the sweet feminist. But she isn't just trying to satisfy a sweet tooth, she's trying to change the world. Becca started Baketivism because she realized that sometimes the hardest truths are easier to swallow when they're written in buttercream.
Facts.
In a world that often tells queer people and women to just be quiet and sweet, Becca decided to take that word and weaponize it. She's famous for her pro-choice cakes and her protect trans kids tarts, but it's her vulnerability that really hits home. She's open about her crying days, her burnout, and the absurdity of being an artist in the digital age. She proves that you don't need a megaphone to be a leader. Sometimes you just need a whisk and a message that matters. Today, Becca is a best-selling author and a community icon, reminding us that our hobbies can be our activism. She's this week's spotlight because she reminds us that even when the world is falling apart, we can still create something beautiful. And honestly, that's the most gay and trying thing you can do.
Facts.
And let us know down below if you think there's anybody that needs an LGBT community spotlight. 2 weeks ago, we read your wildest hookup stories right here on the Gay and Trying podcast, proving that hope and dating apps are everyone's 13th reason. And yet, you keep sending them in. So as long as you keep sending in your stories, we're going to keep diagnosing your bad decisions in a game we're calling Stay or Leave. We read your story and decide, do we stay, do we leave, or do we make the worst decision possible and go back again? Let's find out. This girl said, I went over to this guy's place and before I even got there, he's asking me to send full body pics to prove I look like my profile. Red flag. Then I get there and he's got random jugs of drinks in his closet, hits his pen so hard he almost throws up, says he can't figure out condoms, and then casually says something insanely racist mid-hookup. I left immediately. Yeah, babe, leave.
That is leave.
Leave. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah, leave. Oh, that sucks.
Mid hookup. So wait, so I'm sorry. I'm not trying to judge this woman in the world, but hitting the pen so hard you almost throw up, saying you can't figure out condoms.
Jugs of what?
Jugs of what? And that was not enough. Girl, honestly, we've been there. But
true.
We got to look at these red flags. We got to get out of there.
Fully.
That was crazy. What would you do in this situation?
I would not have got, I mean, jugs of
when would your exit have been?
Been nearly barfing after taking such a hit on the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it would have been the random jugs of drinks in the closet, depending on the color.
Right. If it was just water, he's a prepper maybe.
Or just bulk buys at Costco.
Sure.
But if that shit's yellow, if that shit's red, I don't know what I'm doing.
Red?
I don't know what I'm doing in there. It could be Kool-Aid.
No. Red
juice.
Jugs of liquid in the closet?
Yeah. Unmarked liquid in the closet?
It's just hydroxycut.
Weird.
I told this guy I didn't want to hook up on the first date. He goes, okay, but would you peg me instead? Dead serious.
I've never pegged a guy because I have the materials needed to not have to peg a guy. However, depending on how that experience would go, I might go back again.
Whatever, if that's his kink, my honest reaction to that would be like, again, I don't want to hook up. Like,
Fair.
let's see how this goes. But I'm totally down if that is where this relationship is headed.
I don't know. I still think I might go back again. There's not like, look, I get the red flags. There's red flags
Sure.
all over that for sure. But like, you know, you never know. Like you could say like, hey, I'm not in the mood to hook up, but then the date could go well.
And then you could change your mind?
And then I could change my mind. I think, you know, just like I could be going to somebody's house for a hookup and then he says something that gives me the ick and I'm like, I actually don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fluid. It's a fluid process.
Sure is.
So what's your answer?
I would just stand my ground and be like, I don't want to hook up on the first date. Pegging you feels like hooking up.
It does. And it is.
Yeah.
This gay says, I was hooking up with this guy and mid-sex, he just stops and starts doing a Smeagol/Gollum monologue from Lord of the Rings for 5 straight minutes. Still inside me. My precious. Keep going. You have 5 minutes. That's insane. I cannot think of a bigger turnoff.
I did have a giant poster of Gollum in my bedroom growing up because I was obsessed with Lord of the Rings. This isn't me in this story, by the way. I would never stop mid-hookup and recite a Gollum monologue. Could I? Yes, certainly. Would I? No.
So here's what I'm going to say. I don't think that we can take Alex's word for this. If you've hooked up with Alex, can you please comment below and let us know if he has ever done a Smeagol/Gollum impression mid-hookup?
And no.
I'm going to be honest, if we're mid-hookup in 5 minutes of Smeagol Gollum, I immediately turned off. I would have to go.
5 minutes is a long time,
time.
which means he's not picking up on the vibe. But if it were me, if I was hooking up with someone and they did that, as me, Alex, I would just like join in on the monologue.
My face will go from to and then my face would be gone.
I just wonder what monologue. I'm so curious. Please write back. We'll keep it anonymous. I got to know more about
How
this.
much screen time does this little fucker have?
3 movies worth?
So was Gollum your sexual awakening?
No, Frodo Baggins, Elijah Wood. It's okay. I totally stand by it.
Do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs?
Let's not go there right now, okay?
When will you wear wigs?
Moving on. This person said, I snuck off on my lunch break to hook up with this older DL dad at his beach house. Hot. We're mid-hookup and his brother walks in. Then I find out the rest of his family is literally minutes away.
But that's what's so funny, I feel like, about DL people. They don't hide it well.
They don't hide it well. What?
You didn't hide it well either. We talked about this like 2 weeks ago.
I wasn't having frivolous hookups though. I was with one person. He was not with just one person, but that's neither here nor there. If I was hooking up with a guy who I knew was DL at his beach house, hot, I would, if he felt confident we could finish and it's going to be fine, then I would be down.
But would you have to know that he's DL first?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm out. It's his thing. I feel like I would stay. It's, you know what I mean?
No,
it's his experience.
That's what I said too. I agree.
And honestly, I do love the drama. I feel like if the family walked in and we're like mid hookup, I would be like, and then I would just stay and watch it all happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would just like be in the corner. I'd be like, don't pay attention to me. Don't pay attention to me. I would love that.
Sounds like it's fantasy now.
Okay.
Also, if his brother walked in and was like, whoa, can I get in on this? Oh, never mind. Moving on.
This gay says, I went on a date with a guy, and while we're sitting there, he gets a call from my brother. Turns out he was secretly dating my brother, and nobody in my family knew I was gay. But did you know that this person was in a relationship? I feel like
Dating is not a relationship.
No, but it says he was secretly dating my brother. That's a tricky situation.
Dating is not always exclusive. So like in this scenario, it's probably like, oh, I'm talking. But if the person so say you're the one that's dating my brother, I would see my brother's name pop up, but that doesn't
not mean that.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's just I happen to know that's my brother.
that's scary.
Yeah.
I think I would leave.
I would leave too.
I would leave. I wouldn't feel comfortable
Especially
continuing.
if I'm closeted, like my own brother and my brother. Now I've also just found out my brother is gay.
No, the brother, it doesn't say anything about the brother.
So the brother might be out, but this brother's not.
Mm-hmm. But also,
I'd
babe,
leave.
just like heads up, like if your brother's gay, he feels like a safe space to come out to. So you can then come out to 2 people. Like, you know that you can
And
come out to 2 people.
You guys can like wingman each other because you have the same taste in men.
Yeah, because people do love dating people that look like themselves.
Okay, that is not what I said.
That is because you said that you know that you have the same taste in men.
The brothers are dating the same person.
Got it. Anyways, send us your story. We have a link in our bio, or you can DM it to us directly. Anonymous, obviously. And we get it. Dating is hard. Back to another gay news. If you guessed that officials in Tampa Bay briefly mistook a rogue wedding drone for a UFO, you're wrong. That is the fake story of the week. And we love making those.
But still not, it would very believable.
Very believable, honestly. When I was reading through these, I was like, yeah, could be.
100%.
Make it happen. Anyways, that's been this week's episode of the Gay and Trying podcast. We got through so much.
We really did. We hope you learned a little bit more about us and maybe about yourself as well. Please rate, subscribe, like. We are now on all platforms, which is amazing. Not just YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a rating, share it with a friend.
And catch us every single week. New episodes drop every Thursday. We'll see you next week. And don't forget, keep trying.